I don't know what, it just kicked on. After 5 minutes of not wanting to work, and I come back a little disappointed, and it's like, we'll start working now.
Drop, Brody. Stay on him.
All right.
Good job. Pretty good, Gage. Next one. Good job, Gage. Nice shot, bro. I respect it.
Number 24, Hudson Sheets. He turns to the line, has done. Okay, this is Lorenzo Pettiford. We are doing a sound check in preparation for Newcastle Trojans basketball on the road here in Rushville, Indiana. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3 for our first sound check.
Okay, that sounded a little hot, so we're going to pod that down. Potting that down on our sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3 with it potted down. Lorenzo Pettiford live from from Rushville, doing our sound check in preparation for Trojans basketball. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. All right, we're going to do another test here. Test Lorenzo Pettiford testing 1, 2, 3. Level check 1, level check 1. We pot it down. This shouldn't be as hot. Testing on a potted down mic. Test 1, 2, 3 from Rushville High School. Testing 1, 2, 3. That might be potted down too far. Now we'll turn it up. Level check 1, level check 1. That's better, I believe. That's better. Testing 1, 2, 3. Our Wi-Fi is fading in and out. Hard to do a sound check with that going on. 1, 2, 3, level. Level check test. Testing 1, 2, 3, level check. Doing it. Potted down. We were too hot. We were too hot. Hot, hot mic 1. My phone cannot stop spinning. All right. You're on the road, aren't you? All right. We shouldn't have. I was just going to have you listen to the sound when you get a chance. Everything's tested out fine. When I first got here, I got the school Wi-Fi from them, and all it did was spin. It would not just fully connect to the school Wi-Fi. So I turned on my hotspot, and it did the same thing for about 5 minutes. So I went outside with the hotspot to see if it would connect better. It didn't. I come back in the gym and sit down, and it connected right away to the hotspot. It was the weirdest thing ever, and it has not lost connection yet. So when I try to test out and listen to the sound on my phone keeps going in and out on the Wi-Fi. So I mean, I could hear my voice. It sounded a little hot a couple times. So I tried potting down and then testing, but my phone kept going in and out. So I'm done trying it with my phone because my phone can't keep a connection. But the good news is the tablet is, and I think we're going to be fine. So anyway, if you get a second later, I don't know if you can. Um, okay, she's going to get on her phone. Okay, great. I'll, you want me to just hang on with you, or what's that again? I'm ready to do it now if you're ready to listen. Okay, you ready? All right. Okay, Lorenzo Pettiford here from Rushville High School. Testing 1, 2, 3, level check. We're doing a sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3 from Rushville High School. Let me maybe turn. I might have turned it down. There it is. Yeah, there is a delay. I meant to tell you that. So level test. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Are we too hot? Are we sounding good? Check, check, check. Okay, good. All right, partner. All right, we'll talk to you later. Okay, this is going to be a Nash FM sound check. Testing for Nash FM 1025 sound check. Lorenzo Pettiford doing our sound check for Nash 1025. We've got high school basketball tonight. The Newcastle Trojans have made the road trip here to take on the Rushville Lions. We are doing a sound check. Test one, test one. Okay, we have potted down our mic for Nash 1025. We potted down. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2 with the mic potted down. How does that sound, Luther, with the mic potted down now? We're also testing on Nash 1025. Sound check one. Testing 1, 2, 3. I might have turned it down too far. Now I am not hearing anything. Oh, come on. Sounds like butter, Lorenzo. I like that. Okay, that's where we need to be. All right, perfect. Thanks, Luther. Good evening, Trojan basketball fans, and welcome to Game 13 for your Matt Luce-led Newcastle Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine. Our Trojans had their two-game winning streak snapped last night on the road in Hoosier Heritage Conference play against a very good Greenfield Central team, losing 59 to 50. So, Coach Luce and this Newcastle Trojans teams loaded up the buses and headed to Rushville, Indiana tonight to take on the 6-6 Lions of Rushville and their ninth-year head coach, Kerry Brown. This is Coach Brown's second stint as the head skipper here in Rushville, Indiana. And many Trojans fans will recognize that name because for years he was the head coach at Connorsville, where he had a lot of success there and beat the Trojans in some key tournament games in the past. So the Newcastle Trojans know they've got a tough assignment tonight. Kerry Brown has always made it difficult for Trojans teams to win ball games, and I'm sure he'll make it difficult again tonight. It's the Lions hosting our Trojans in the Lions Den here in Rushville, Indiana on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and of course our video stream on YouTube. Just simply go to the NC Trojans Report. So let the round ball fly high. Newcastle Trojans basketball will start now. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Always a special hello to my youngsters that are tuning in for more exciting Newcastle Trojans basketball. We are glad to have you on board with us here as the Newcastle Trojans had their two-game winning streak snapped last night. They'll try to get back on the winning track tonight. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James always teaming up to bring you exciting Trojans basketball. And we hope that Matt Luce and the Trojans got a lot of rest after a tough conference loss on the road last night, 59 to 50 to Greenfield. They'll need every Trojan ready to play tonight to try to get back to winning basketball and get that sixth win on the season. Speaking of a team with 6 wins already this year, it's the Lions of Rushville. They are coming in right at 500, 6-6. They lost their first 2 games of the season. Then they went on a 5-game win streak. Then they lost 3 in a row. And then they won against Union County 48 to 43, but lost in their last outing to East Central 45 to 28. Again, Kerry Brown is the head coach here in his 9th season, in his second stint now. 84 victories and 114 losses in those 9 years. He's been coaching for over 25 years, and his record for coaching for 25 years, 326 victories to 263 losses. Last year, the Lions were 5-19, and they lost to New Pal in the first game of the sectional, 75 to 31. You got to go back to the 2007-2008 season when they last won a sectional, and that year they finished 13-11 under Doug Laker, and they won the sectional 76 to 69 over Hamilton Heights, but lost the regional championship game to Batesville 79 to 68. When Coach Brown was here going back to the 2001-2006 season, he had some success, especially from 02 to 05, where he won 3 straight sectionals. And the one year in 2002, he lost the regional championship 63 to 41 to Chittard. As always, I had a chance to sit down with the head skipper, Matt Luce, to talk about the tough loss in Hoosier Heritage Conference play on the road last night at Greenfield Central, and then previews tonight's matchup against the Lions of Rushville. Here's how Coach Luce and I's conversation went just a few moments ago. We are now going to talk to the head coach of our Newcastle Trojans, Matt Luce. Of course, Coach, you were in action last night in Hoosier Heritage Conference play on the road. You get a tough road loss, 59 to 50 at Greenfield.
Yeah, I mean, disappointed. We were ready to practice hard all week. We were ready to play. Came out, and just couldn't guard Greenfield in the first half, and our guys were disappointed and had a great effort third and fourth quarter, but there's no moral victories, and it's too bad because our guys were ready to play and didn't show it for 32 minutes and learned a tough lesson of high school basketball.
I know you would like to see your team play a complete game, but the thing that I was impressed with, Coach, was they came out in that second half and they knew that they had to play better than what they did in the first half, and they did. They responded for you.
Well, I hope at halftime they realized they were going to get their doors blown off if they didn't come out and play harder in front of a nice crowd. So it's high school basketball. You show up, you play hard, but you also got to have some sense on it. How you guard, how you rebound, how you play. And our guys are getting better, but at the same time, we want victories. So best thing about it, we can come back and play tonight.
Since the new year started, the sophomores have really picked up in their roles. Speaking of Luke Mendoza and Nick Godby, they're really coming along for you, Coach. We talked a little bit about this in the post-game show last night.
Yeah, they work hard and got great attitudes, and they need to grow up quick. We're going to have another tough game tonight, and they better be ready to go.
It's been a while since the Newcastle Trojans had, I think, back-to-back road games, but on the weekend, that is the case tonight. You're here at Rushville going against another veteran coach in Kerry Brown. I know you two know each other. Both of you been coaching well over 20 years, and he gets the best out of his players.
Yeah, I know Coach Brown well. I used to go watch his teams practice and learn from him, and a lot of respect. And I hope he loses tonight, but I'll be rooting for him all year long.
What's going to be the keys tonight to respond on the road again for your team to get the victory?
To continue to play for 32 minutes and to grow up quick. I mean, these slow starts and not being ready and spurts of good play, bad play. The best teams are consistent. We want to be consistent.
Tempo-wise, Kerry Brown likes to usually keep the games low scoring in the 40s. I think you're going to probably try to hopefully maybe speed it up a little bit. I think you would prefer a higher scoring game if I'm right.
We want to score more points than they do. So whether it be 30 to 28 or 75 to 70, the best teams play slow and fast. We just want to play winning basketball. So we're not going in there and saying we're going to fast break or hold it. We have to do what our team can do and play the right way. So we're not changing anything. We're going to try to win.
Going with the same starters tonight?
I don't know. We'll figure that out when we start.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach Matt Luce of our Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine. We'll continue with more of our pregame show on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and of course our video stream on YouTube. Just type in the NC Trojans Report.
Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially.
And we have made it back here inside the Lions Den in Rushville, Indiana, and we're going to get you set now with the starting lineups. First of all, Matt Luce and the 5-7 Trojans come in trying to
get a win this weekend after losing last night in Hoosier Heritage Conference play. So 2 road games, 1 loss from last night. They'll try to stop that losing and get back on the winning track. They'll start number 3, the 6'1 junior, Ryan Sturgis, 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. Number 4, Mason Miller, M&M's averaging a team high of 16.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 3 assists a game. Number 10 will return back to the starting lineup. That's Maddox Melton, the 5'9 sophomore, 5.5 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. Number 22, Braylon Bennett. He's a 6-foot junior, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. And round out the starting 5 will be number 24, the 6'3 sophomore, Nick Godby. So good on the defensive end and such a key part of the rebounding for Newcastle. Godby's averaging just under 2 points and 2.5 rebounds a game. The starters for Kerry Brown and the Lions of Rushville, number 30, the 6'1 junior, Zy Adams. Adams is averaging a team high 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist a game. Number 32 is Clayton Chase. He's a 6'2 senior. He's averaging 7 points, 3 boards, and 1 assist a game. Number 1, the 5'7 junior, Owen Zachary. Zachary is averaging 5 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists a game. Number 2 is Ryder Flannery. He's a 5'7 sophomore. Flannery is averaging 4 points, 2 boards, and 1 assist. And round out their starting 5 for the Lions of Rushville, Liam Gurley. He's a 6'3 senior, 4 points and 2 rebounds a game. The 3 men in charge of tonight's game, wearing the black and white uniforms, will be Nate Robertson, Robbie Miller, and Stephen Mozingo. Last year, Newcastle beat the Lions in the Fieldhouse 39-20, and then 2 years ago, they won here in the Lions Den 49-36. You got to go back to the 2019 season when the Lions last won here on their home court, upsetting Newcastle 68-64. So it will be Robbie Miller, I believe, throwing it up in the center circle. It's going to be Gurley and Godby jumping it off. And we are set for high school basketball Saturday night edition. The Lions will control the tap. Newcastle will open up in the man-to-man defense. This is Gurley to Chase. Now it is Zachary with the basketball, high right side. Now top of the key, Gurley. Newcastle again in their man-to-man defense, and Sturgis will get a steal and take it right in to get the first 2 points of the ball game. Nice anticipation by Ryan Sturgis getting that steal and putting the Trojans up quickly, 2-0. Here's the second Lions offensive touch to open up the ball game. Adams on the left wing, guarded by Sturgis. Sturgis keeping those hands active. Now Zachary will take over out at the Lions center mark. Gets a pick from Adams, but doesn't really do anything with it. Now Adams will catch it on the right wing, guarded by Miller. Adams, right baseline drive, and he steps on the end line. The Lions have had 2 possessions to open up the game, and they've got 2 turnovers. And, of course, one of the turnovers led to a direct basket for Newcastle. Here's Melton bringing it across the timeline. Trojans up 2-0, and we played a little over a minute here in the opening quarter. Miller with the pumpkin, right corner to Braylon Bennett. Bennett will go high left side to Miller. Miller looks inside, nothing there. It will go to the left wing to Maddox Melton. Melton to the top of the key, and now he will kick it all the way out to Miller, high right side. Trojans showing some patience here on their second offensive touch. Their first touch was just a great steal by Sturgis that led to a layup. Bennett will not take the 3, get to the right elbow, pick up his dribble. Now Melton's got the pumpkin. Top of the key area, Sturgis, right wing Miller. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. Glad to have you on board with us for more Trojans basketball. Here is Bennett. Lost control of the basketball on that left baseline area. That's the Trojans' first turnover. So here come the Lions. Zachary across the timeline. Under the 6-minute mark we go in the opening quarter. Top of the key, that is Adams. Now left wing Zachary. Here is Chase with the three. He will knock it down. Chase comes in shooting 42% from out there beyond the arc. 25 out of 60. That is an outstanding percentage. Trojans have got to keep awareness of where Chase is at all times because he can knock them down. Lions get their first lead 3-2. Here's a nice penetration move by Melton, dishing it off to Godby. Godby will go up, miss the shot, and try to get it back and commit a foul. So the first foul of the ball game will go against Nick Godby, the 6'3 sophomore. And Braylon Bennett will check quickly out, and checking in will be Luke Mendoza. So both sensational sophomores in there with Newcastle, along with the senior Miller and the other senior the other junior Sturgis, and of course Maddox Melton is only a sophomore as well. Adams in the paint, can't do anything with it. They kick it all the way back out to Zachary. Now Adams on the right wing. Flannery takes over high right side. Back to Adams. There's a nice cut by Zachary. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Lions. And I believe Gurley got pushed from behind. So they're going to give that foul on Melton. That is Melton's first, the team's second. And it'll be Lions basketball underneath their own basket. Gurley in the right corner, guarded by Mendoza. Kicks it out to Zachary, high right side. Now left wing, it is Adams. He'll pull up for a long two, off the mark, and Mendoza with a good box out and getting that rebound in the corner. Melton looking to drive again, gives it to Miller. Three's in the air, a little bit too strong, and the rebound is the Lions. Zachary got the rebound, brings it across the court. He will try to attack, get cut off. Now he will get a nice bounce pass into Gurley, and Mendoza will knock it out of Gurley's hands, and it will stay Lions basketball. Checking in for Kerry Brown's Lions will be Gavin Owen. He's a 6'2 junior, averaging a point and a rebound a game. Checking out will be Gurley. Here is Owen quickly getting an opportunity. He will miss it. Newcastle gets the rebound. Owen had a good look inside. Miller, a deep one, no good. In and out, and the rebound is Rushville. Adams went up pretty high to get that rebound. Looking to drive is Adams. He loses it, and the Trojans can't control it. So, kind of two turnovers there quickly. We'll have to put them down. So the Lions have got three. Newcastle has two. Maddox Melton will check out, and Braylon Bennett is checked back in. So it's Miller, Bennett, Godby, Sturgis, and Mendoza out there for our green and white Newcastle Trojans. In their road green trimmed in white, the Rushville Lions in their home white trimmed in the black and red. Here's Owens. Oh, he will throw a pass that was intended for Zachary. That's going to be the Lions' fourth turnover here in the opening quarter. They still have the lead 3-2. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Clock is ticking left in this opening quarter. Matt Luce up, shouting instructions to his offense. Bennett will take the pump and go right down the right side of the lane. Now Mendoza's got it into the paint. His left-handed shot up, no good. But Godby there to clean it up. Nick Godby gets a nice rebound and put back and gives Newcastle the lead again at 4-3. Approaching the 3-minute mark left in this opening period. Zachary keeps his dribble alive. Now high right side to Flannery. Back to Zachary on the right wing. Now left wing area, Flannery down low to Owen on that left block. Looking to wheel and deal into the paint. Now he will kick it all the way out over Zachary's head. Fifth turnover on the Lions. Newcastle is calling play two on this out of bounds. They get it to Mendoza in the left corner. Back to Bennett. Now Mendoza will set the pick for Bennett. Can't do anything with it. So now Sturgis has got it on the right wing. Sturgis will launch from the right side off the mark. Rebound fought for, and the Lions will pull it down. Sturgis comes in shooting a team high 40% from the arc. Just couldn't connect there. Here's Zachary on a take. Gets cut off by Bennett, so he'll back it out. Flannery, top of the key, left wing to Adams. Newcastle staying in there man-to-man. Sturgis with those quick hands almost had another one. And then with the elbow swipe, Clayton Chase will connect with the face of Ryan Sturgis. And the ref was right there to see that. And they will call the foul on Adams. And Kerry Brown says, I want a timeout to talk it over. 2:15 left in the opening quarter. Trojans lead 4-3. Back after this timeout.
Dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kenneltocouch.org.
Back we are, Rushville, Indiana, inside the Lions Den. Lorenzo Bedford, Ryan James, partnering up to bring you Newcastle Trojans basketball. The Lions having trouble holding on to the pumpkin here in the opening quarter. They've already committed 5 turnovers. They average only 12 a ball game. Newcastle has 2 turnovers. The Lions have out-rebounded the Trojans 4-3 here in the opening quarter. 2:15 left in this first period. And here come the Lions out of their timeout. It will be Newcastle basketball, though. So the Trojans have Sturgis, Godby, Mendoza, Bennett, and Miller out there. The Lions have Zachary, Flannery, Adams, Owens, and Chase. Miller with the rock. Right side to Bennett. Right corner to Sturgis. Sturgis tries to go inside. Now Mendoza, top of the key. He will hand off to Bennett. Bennett will take from the left side attack, and it won't drop in for him, but he did draw the foul. Robbie Miller with the call and says that is on number 23, Gavin Owen. That is Gavin Owen's first, the team's second, and Braylon Bennett going to the line to shoot 2. 8 out of 12 on the season, 67%. First one's up and good. Bennett will have one more. Owen will check out. Number 5, Emmett Connect will check in. He's a 6-foot sophomore. 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist a game. Bennett's second free throw is good. He'll go 2 for 2 in that set. The Trojans have doubled up the score on the line, 6-3. Under the 2-minute mark we go here left in this opening period. Zachary on a take from the right side off the glass. He will miss it, but he got bumped. He will earn the right to go to the charity stripe. That foul will be on Braylon Bennett, his first, the team's third. And going to the line for the Lions is Owen Zachary. He's a 5'7 junior shooting 63%, 24 out of 38. That will rattle around and drop in for Zachary. He'll have one more. So each team has made it to the free throw line at least once here in the opening quarter. Zachary will go 2 for 2 as well. So each team going to the free throw line, each team making both of their free throws. Melton has made it back in, and checking out will be Nick Godby. Matt Luce says, let's run fist. Melton to the left side. Now right wing to Miller. Top of the key, it's Mendoza. Now Braylon Bennett on the left wing gets a pick from Mendoza. Right wing, it is Melton. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in this first period. Trojans up by 1, 6-5. Miller guarded tough by Zachary on that left elbow. Now Sturgis will take over. 70 seconds left in the quarter. Bennett will bomb away, and it bombs away. Bennett hits his first trifecta, and the Trojans lead 9-5. Under 60 seconds we go. Clock is ticking. Zachary. Top of the key, it's Adams. Now Zachary to Chase. Right wing to Adams. Top of the key, that's Connect. Adams saw that left side of the lane open up, but he took off too fast and drugged the pivot foot. 6 turnovers on the Lions here in the opening quarter. And with 36.5 seconds left, Matt Luce will decide if he wants to milk this down or just take the quick available. Under the 30-second mark we go here in the first period. Trojans up 9-5. Bennett, high pass over to Melton, sails over his head. That's the Trojans' third turnover of the quarter. And now with 23.7 seconds left, it's going to be Carius Brown's decision whether he wants to go for one. Zachary across the timeline. We're now at 15 seconds. Guarded by Bennett. Under 10 seconds left. Bennett will just come out and push Zachary. And Bennett said, I want to pick up my second foul. Just came out and pushed him. So Bennett will check out with those 2 fouls, and Lucas Eaton will check in for the first time tonight. 9 seconds on the clock. Left in this opening quarter. Newcastle up 9-5. They throw it into Zachary in the backcourt. Across the timeline with 6 seconds. He'll dribble to the right side attack and get cut off. Here's Adams with it. Pull up from the free throw line, and he's going to be fouled. They're going to say 2 shots. He did get an act of shooting. So with no time on the clock, Zy Adams, shooting 61% on the season, will have 2. First one is up and good. The Lions are 3 for 3 in the quarter from the line. That is their 6th point, I thought. They didn't put that up there. And he will hit. He will hit 2 in a row to give them their 6th point. 0.3 seconds left on the clock. That is time just to catch and heave. But Newcastle won't even attempt a shot. So now they finally put that other free throw up. I was going to say, what took them so long? It's 9-7 at the end of the first quarter. We'll take our end of the quarter break. The Trojans have the lead, 9-7. End of the quarter break, back with second quarter action on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and of course, streaming on YouTube at the NC Trojans Report.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James sitting pretty much mid-court here in the Lions' Den in Rushville, Indiana. The Trojans will lead at the end of one, 9-7. They'll start off with the basketball. It's Maddox Melton, Luke Mendoza, Ryan Sturgis, Lucas Eaton, and Mason Miller out there for our green and white Newcastle Trojans. Miller with the Pumpkins. He did not score in the opening quarter. Lucas Eaton, right wing to Melton. Melton will go to Mendoza, free throw line, back out to Melton. Now Miller takes over the duties. He'll go right elbow to Mendoza. Mendoza will turn, spin, get into the lane, kick it down low to Lucas Eaton. Mendoza with the awareness, keeps that head on a swivel, finds Lucas Eaton camping out on the right block. He'll get his first 2 of the ball game. Nice assist from Mendoza. Trojans up 11-7. Zachary with the pumpkin for the Lions. He will back it out, keep his dribble alive, and now hand it off to number 5. That is Emmett Connect. Connect coming off the bench. He will lose it. That is, believe it or not, their first turnover in the quarter, 7th of the first half. 7 turnovers already for the Lions. Miller's open for a 3. Look, off the mark. Rebound will come down to Rushville. Here is Flannery on that right corner area, giving it to Zachary. Lucas Eaton trying to get a steal, and his momentum and body just floated out into the corner, right into Connect. So Lucas Eaton will pick up his first foul, and the team's first foul here in the second quarter. Trojans lead by 4, 11-7, 6:33 left before we take our halftime break. By the way, are you enjoying this look at the Lions Den? They got a new floor here, and it impressed me as soon as I walked in the gym. Adams' turnaround shot on that left block will score his first field goal. He now has 4 points. But it's a nice, clean, fresh look here in the Lions Den. Very bright. I like the look. And Miller palming the ball commits Newcastle's first turnover in the second quarter. They're 4th in the ball game. The Lions on this possession can tie it up with the 2. A 3 would give them their first lead here in the second quarter. Braylon bombs away. Bennett will be checking back in for the Trojans on the next dead ball. Adams on the right block area. Bounce pass to Zachary. He saves it from going out of bounds, but he throws it to Sturgis. Second turnover on the Lions in the quarter. 8th in the first half. Left side, it's Miller. High left side. Now gets a pick from Mendoza. Miller will pull up from the free throw line area and hit his first field goal. Nice jump shot from Eminem. Rising above that defense to get on the scorebook. 13-9. Trojans up 4. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first half. Adams, right corner, throws a pass to a cutting Chase. Chase will lay it in off the glass and get hit. So he'll go to the line for the and 1. That foul on Sturgis, his first in the team, second here in the second quarter. And going to the line for their 12th point is Chase Clayton. 2 for 2 on the season. He's only shot 2 free throws. Make it 3 now, and he stays perfect. They've played 12 games. Hard to believe he's only shot 3 free throws. 13-12, approaching the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Newcastle up by 1 until Melton lights them up. Maddox Melton, 30% 3-ball shooter for the Trojans. He's got range. We've seen that all season. He shows it off there. 16-12. Trojans up 4. Connects 3. Will be bouncing. No good. And Mendoza pull downs a nice rebound. Melton to Mendoza, top of the key. Back to Maddox. Maddox will go to the right wing area, get a pick from Godby. Godby on the roll, can't do anything with it. Melton with another 3-ball, can't connect this time. Godby hustling, getting that rebound, but they're going to call Sturgis away from the ball. That is going to be Ryan Sturgis' second foul, the team's third here in the second quarter. So here's some full court pressure from Newcastle, 2-2-1 style. And they break it. Connect with it at the free throw line area. Now he'll give it to Zachary, approaching the 4-minute mark of the first half. Chase open for 3. Look, got it. I said you got to keep your wits and whereabouts on Clayton Chase. He's a 42% 3-ball shooter coming into the night, 25 out of 60. That is his second three ball, one in the first quarter, and then that was 16 to 15. Milton will try to answer. He will miss. Rebound will go off of Rushville. We've got a timeout being called on the court. It is a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 16 to 15 is your score. Trojans have the 1-point lead. We'll come back with more Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and the NC Trojans report is on YouTube.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org. Get on board.
The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake.
Okay, back we are inside the Lions Den in Rushville, Indiana. Ryan James just told me the Bills and the Broncos game is tied at 30 all, and it's going overtime. What a good football game that is turned out to be. Here, it's Newcastle's basketball coming out of their timeout, up 16 to 15. They inbounds to Godby, and he will get fouled by it will be on Zy Adams. That is going to be Adams' first, the team's first here in the second quarter. Bennett throws it into Mendoza. Right corner to Bennett. Fakes the three. Now Godby will come over and set a pick, and they'll give it to Mendoza at the free throw line. Melton with the pumpkin. Now Miller on the right wing, right in front of the Lions bench. Mendoza again, free throw line. Picks up his dribble, hands off to Bennett. Right wing, it is Melton. Approaching the 3-minute mark left in the first half. Trojans clinging to a 1-point lead, 16 to 15. Miller. Left side is stolen. Fifth turnover on Newcastle. Attacking from the right side on a nice drive is Emmett Connett, getting his first two. And another steal by the Lions. Adams, third turnover on the Trojans. And Adams gets his second field goal, both coming in this quarter. Here's a deep three by Miller off the mark, and the Lions have their sixth rebound. Now it is Chase. He will miss, and a nice rebound right into Nick Godby's lap. Matt Lou says, I want a timeout. We're going to keep this timeout here. Checking in for the Newcastle Trojans is going to be number 13, Matthew Goodwin. Has made his way, getting some early varsity minutes now. Matt Luth in a very heated exchange in that sideline huddle, looking at his players and saying, hey, we've got to put our foot on the gas and play sound basketball. We are now trailing by 19 to 16 with 2:28 to play in this first half. Again, NFL playoff action, the Buffalo Bills in Denver to take on the Broncos. They're in overtime, tied at 30. Game 2 tonight in the NFL. Hold on, we're back to action. We'll talk more about that on the next dead ball during our halftime show. So down 3 is Newcastle after committing 3 turnovers now here in the quarter. They've got a total of 6. Miller gets into the paint. Give it to Bennett. Bennett gets into the paint. Now he will throw it, and tussling was Goodwin with the save. Now Miller attacking the left baseline, goes up and will score. Second field goal by Mason, both coming in this quarter. And the Trojans now trail by 19 to 18. 1 minute, 45 seconds to play in the first half. Adams, top of the key to connect. Right side. Now it's Adams with it. It was now Chase has got it. Chase a deep one, way off the mark. Gurley will try to save it. He can't. It's going to be Trojans basketball. Well, Chase is a good three-ball shooter. That time he went a little deeper than normal. Probably didn't have his rhythm. Shoots an air ball. 133 left in this first half. Mason Miller comes over, gets instructions from Matt Luce. He says, let's run fist. Mendoza. Left side to Bennett. Picked by Mendoza. Now Godby, right wing to Goodwin. 1:10 left in the first half. Miller will give it to Godby. Trojans again showing some patience once again on the offensive end. A regular two, they could recapture the lead by one. A three ball to give them a 2-point lead. Under the 60-second mark we go. Miller will pull up for the two and hit. 3 field goals all in the second quarter for Mason Miller. Newcastle recaptures the lead 20-19. And we've got 40 seconds left in the first half. Zachary drives from the right side off the glass and will score. They kind of baited Zachary into the drive. Zachary said, if you're going to leave that open to me, I'll take the bait. And he takes it to the hoop and will score. 21-20. Lions lead with 20 seconds left in the first half. Goodwin getting some rare varsity minutes here in the first half for the Trojans. Gives it to Bennett. Bennett now with 10 seconds, high left side. Bennett gets a pick from Godby. Kicks it out to Mendoza. 3 look is short. Rebound connect. He was bumped. And I think now they're going to say there was no time. I thought he called a foul. Let's see. He's walking over. Kerry Brown is saying, hey, you blew the whistle. We're going to call a foul there. But the stripes are going to say there was no time left on the clock, I guess. So at the end of the first half, the home team, the Rushville Lions, will go into their locker room up 21-20. They outscored Newcastle 13-11 in that second quarter. We're going to take our halftime timeout. We're going to look at that overtime game going on in Denver between the Broncos and the Bills. We'll look at some college basketball scores, all that and much, much more during our halftime show. You're listening to Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Just type in the NC Trojans Report.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kenneltocouch.org.
Okay, we are back here inside the Lions Den in Rushville, Indiana. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James bringing you Newcastle Trojans basketball as always. Here at the half, it is Rushville 21, Newcastle 20. The Trojans led at the end of one 9-7, but were outscored in the second quarter 13-11. So they'll go into the halftime locker room trailing the Lions 21-20. Leading scorers, first of all, for the Lions of Rushville, leading scorer of the game so far is Clayton Chase, who knocked down a three ball in the first and second quarter. He's got a total of 9 points. Zy Adams has 6 points. Owen Zachary has 4 points, and Emmett Connect off the bench has a field goal. He's got 2. The Lions went to the line in the first quarter. They were 4 for 4. In the second quarter, they were 1 for 1. So they're a total of 5 for 5 from the charity stripe in the first half. The Lions had 8 turnovers, 6 in the opening quarter, 2 more in the second quarter. And they were on the glass 4 times in the opening quarter, 2 times in the second quarter, so 6 rebounds for Rushville. For our Newcastle Trojans, M&M Mason Miller will lead them in scoring in the first half with 6 points, all coming in the second quarter. Right behind him is Bombsaway Braylon Bennett. Bennett had 5 points all in the opening quarter. Maddox Melton knocked down a trifecta in the second quarter. He's got 3. Nick Godby's got 2, and Ryan Sturgis has a field goal. He's got 2, as well as Luke Mendoza with the field goal in the second quarter. Newcastle had 6 rebounds, or make that 5 rebounds and 6 turnovers. Now we're going to see if this Wi-Fi here in the gym. By the way, the Pistons are all over the Pacers in the opening quarter. 2 minutes and 27 seconds to play. 29-9. Pacers better wake up, or that's going to be a long night in Detroit. Wow, 29-9. Okay, let's see if we can get caught up here. There we go. In the overtime. 6 minutes to play. Broncos and the Bills are still tied at 30. The second game tonight will be in Seattle as the 49ers are in Seattle. Should be a great football game there. Tomorrow you'll see the Texans taking on the Patriots. At 3 o'clock, the Rams will go to Chicago to take on the Bears at 6:30. So the winner of this Bills Bronco game will be in the AFC Championship game, either against the Texans or the Patriots. Then the winner of the 49ers Seahawks game tonight will be in the NFC Championship game, and they'll take on the winner between the Rams and the Bears. Now let's turn our attention to see if I can get some college basketball scores to open up on my phone here inside the Lions Den. The internet is not very good here. Okay, so some finals today, a lot of games in college basketball. Number 13, Illinois will hang on and beat Minnesota 77-67. Number 25, Seton Hall will lose to Butler 77-66. Number 16, Virginia beats SMU 72-68. It was Tennessee losing to Kentucky in a good basketball game. Tennessee, number 24, 80-78. The Wildcats get the upset. The number 3 UConn Huskies hang on with their 2-point win over Georgetown, 64-62. Number 18 Alabama with a 2-point victory over Oklahoma, 83-81. Number 2, Iowa State will lose to Cincinnati 79-70. And I told Ryan James last night, number 19, Florida at number 10, Vanderbilt. It was number 19, Florida, with the upset 98-94. Florida will be climbing up higher in the rankings. Number 22, Clemson will have a 10-point victory over Miami 69-59. Number 23, Utah State loses to Grand Canyon 84-74. Number 4, Michigan Wolverines win by 10, 81-71. Number 17, Arkansas will lose to number 21, Georgia 90-76. It's Nebraska, the number 8 team in the nation. They win easily over Northwestern 77-58. California will beat number 14, North Carolina 84-78. The Arizona Wildcats will stay number 1 in the nation for a while. They beat UCF 84-77. The Purdue Boilermakers hang on to beat USC 69-64 in a thriller. The Duke Blue Devils, they'll be moving up with that loss to number 2, Iowa State. Purdue 69, USC 64. And of course, I meant Duke 80, Stanford 50. Michigan State wins against Washington. The Spartans are 12th in the nation, 80-63. Louisville and Pittsburgh just got underway. It's 7-0 early for number 20 Louisville with the lead. Also getting underway, number 11 BYU against number 15 Texas Tech. 8-5, Texas Tech up early. And then late tonight, number 9 Gonzaga will take on Seattle. That's a look at college basketball. So here at the half, Newcastle, who led by 2 at the end of the first quarter, 9-7, get outscored in the second quarter, 13-11. Make that 14-11. 14-11, Newcastle gets outscored in the second quarter, and that's why they trail 21-20. So to start the second half, head coach Matt Luce is going to go with Luke Mendoza, Nick Godby, Ryan Sturgis, Maddox Melton, and Mason Miller. Head coach Kerry Brown's going to go with Clayton Chase, Liam Gurley, Owen Zachary, who's got the ball now, Chase Adams, and Flannery out there as well. Here's Adams with the pumpkin, up 1. Nice bounce pass to Zachary. That's how you move without the basketball, and that's how you do a good bounce pass, youngsters, to the cutting player down the right side of the lane. 3-point lead for the Lions is their largest. Here's Newcastle. Bounce pass to Godby. Right back with their own version of a good cut and a bounce pack. Nick Godby cutting on that right baseline. Gets the feed from Mason Miller. He'll go up and be fouled by Gurley. That is Gurley's first, the team's first here in the third quarter. And going to the line is Nick Godby, where he's 56% on the year, 5 out of 9. Godby's first free throw is good. This sophomore is really developing into a nice player for Matt Luce. He will have one more. And Godby will go 2 for 2. So nobody has missed a free throw for either team. Newcastle now 4 for 4. The Lions are 5 for 5. 23-22 is your score. Just underway second quarter. We are approaching 60 seconds. That has ticked off the clock here in the third quarter. Right side, it is Flannery. Flannery go into Chase, and from behind, Sturgis just picked up number 3. 3 fouls on Ryan Sturgis. Coach Luce is going to leave him out there with those 3 fouls here in the third. Adams on the right block will go up strong and score. He now has 8 points. That's his first bucket here in the third quarter. So 2 field goals for the Lions out of the halftime locker room. Newcastle has the 2 free throws. Miller, pull-up free throw jumper short. Rebound will come down to the Lions. Adams from the left wing area, attacking, getting in the paint, and throws it away. First turnover in the quarter, 9th of the ball game. Sturgis, spin move off the left block and will score. Nice penetration and then spinning with Sturgis to get his first field goal in the second half. He now has 4 points. 25-24, 1-point lead for the Lions, and they have the rock. 6 minutes left here in this third quarter. Right now, we hit the 6-minute mark. Zachary, guarded by Mason Miller. Now, chase, or make that Gurley, almost lost it. 26-24. Newcastle across the timeline at the 5:30 mark of the third quarter. Miller, right elbow, gives it to Melton. Three's in the air, good. Maddox Melton had forever to line that up, and you give him that much time, he's too good of a shooter. Newcastle gets their first lead of the second half at the 5-minute and 10-second mark. 27-26. Trojans with the lead. Lions got the pumpkin. Zachary, high left side. Drives from, now he'll get pulled up. Here's Adams, a long three, no good. And the rebound will come 2 down to Zachary of the Lions. Adams one-on-one against Godby. He will go up and score. The 6'1 junior has got some strength in that frame of his. Used his body well there to give the Lions their 28th point. Back and forth we go. Now the Lions have the 1-point lead. 28-27. 4:30 left in the third. Mendoza, top of the key. Left wing to Sturgis. Had Adams going the wrong way, and he will get in there. He got Adams leaning the wrong way twice. On the second time, he took him on that left baseline area, off the glass, and scores. Beautiful move there, Ryan Sturgis. 29-28, Trojans 1-point lead now. There's a turnover, 10th for the Lions. Maddox Melton quickly down the court and will score. Kerry Brown doesn't like the momentum that Newcastle is starting to gain. He wants to call a timeout. We'll do the same. Newcastle has retaken the lead 31-28 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left here in this third quarter. Back with more Trojans basketball after this TO.
Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Back we are, second half action. We're now in the third quarter. Just under 4 minutes to play, 3:58 to be exact here in the third quarter. The Trojans came out of the halftime locker room and have outscored the Lions 11-7 to take a 3-point lead, 31-28. Here's Zachary with the pumpkin, right corner to Flannery. He'll fake the three. Now he'll bring it all the way out. Almost a steal by Melton, diving on the court. They'll call over and back. Oh, all set up by the hustle play of Maddox Melton. Over and back. We might have got a little bit of a break on that call. I thought Melton hit it, and then It was a fight for the loose ball, but hey, we'll take that break on the road. Nice hustle play by number 10 with the basketball. Maddox Melton causing their 11th turnover, third in the quarter. Melton with the pumpkin. Guarded by, oh, they're going to call the 5-second count. I would even lost track of that. That was kind of a quick 5, but nonetheless, it was a 5-second count. Second turnover on Newcastle in the quarter, 8th of the ball game. Flannery with the rock for the Lions. Right side, he'll go to Zachary. Down low to Gurley, guarded by Mendoza on that right block. Gurley will draw the foul against Luke Mendoza reaching in. That's Mendoza's first and the team's third. Zy Adams will check back in for the Lions. Checking out will be Liam Gurley. 3:18 left in this third quarter. Hard-fought basketball game so far here in Rushville, Indiana. They throw it into Adams in the paint. Pump fake shot up is good. 6 points in the quarter. Leads all scorers with 12 now, does Zy Adams. He averages 11, so he surpassed that so far tonight. 31-30. Trojans with the ball in the 1-point lead. Sturgis, left baseline, cut off. Gives it to Mendoza. Top of the key, it's Godby. Right wing, it's Miller. Miller goes to Mendoza. Melton, left wing area. Gets a pick from Mendoza. Now he'll give it to Godby. Newcastle being patient on this offensive set. Looking for a good shot. 2:30 now left in this third quarter. 31-30. Trojans with the lead and the ball. Sturgis will launch a three. Right corner area, no good. Rebound will get into Mendoza's hands, and he will go back up and be fouled. That foul will be on number 1, Owen Zachary. His first and the team's second. Oh, they're going to say no shot. I thought Mendoza was going up, but the Stripes are going to say it happened on the floor. Gurley will now check in for the Lions. Checking out will be Clayton Chase. Here's that set play out of the inbound. Sturgis cannot hit. Rebound will be Rushville. 2:10 left in this third quarter. Lions trying to recapture the lead again. They trail by 1. Zachary left open for 3, no good. And Mendoza with a solid block out. Under the 2-minute mark we go here left in the third. Miller with the pumpkin. Dribbling in the left wing area. Now he'll bring it all the way out to the Lions center mark and go right side to Melton. Melton gets a little push, no call. Here is Sturgis, left baseline attempt, gets cut off. Now top of the key, Godby. 1:25 left in this third quarter. Trojans several times have been very patient on the offensive end. This is another one. Oh, Mendoza with the fake handoff and the drive, and he's got an and one. Everybody bid on that fake handoff when he acted like he was going to hand it back to Miller. Then he's exploded down the left side of the lane. He can attack extremely well from the left side. We've seen it several times from Luke Mendoza. Lays it off the glass, makes the basket, and he's got the and one free throw coming. Shooting 40% on the season, 4 out of 10. 33-30 right now. Newcastle up 3. Mendoza will try to make it 4. His free throw looks good, and it is. Trojans are 5 for 5 as a team. 3 for 3 in this quarter. 34-30. I think that ties Newcastle's largest lead. Miller will have a slight push foul as Zachary was going in from the right side. So Miller's first, the team's fourth, with 63 ticks left here in the third quarter. The Lions trailing by 4. They give it to Gurley on the right block, guarded by Mendoza. One-on-one move, Gurley up, no good, and Godby has that rebound. Melton on a take from the left side, and he will get an armbar push from Flannery. That's going to be Flannery's first and the team's fourth. So each team with 4 team fouls. Here's a good chance for Newcastle to be aggressive, maybe draw a foul and get to the charity stripe. Sturgis to Melton. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Trojans up 4. Godby gives it to Miller. Now Mendoza free throw line to Melton. 20 seconds left in this quarter. Trojans may, there's a bad pass by Sturgis, going to lead to a wide open layup for Connect. Trojans third turnover in the quarter, 9th of the ball game. 10 seconds left for Mason Miller. 7 seconds. He gets bumped, top of the key area. Miller will launch, and off the mark, no good, and the rebound will be Rushville. So at the end of 3, Newcastle recaptures the lead 34-32. We'll take our end of the quarter break and come back with the all-important fourth and final quarter. It's the Newcastle Trojans with the lead 34-32, back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was
Back we are inside the Lions Den in Rushville, Indiana. Ryan James just gave me an update. A final in Denver. Denver will win in overtime 33-30 and advance to the AFC Championship game that will be in Denver. Big win for Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Here, Newcastle's up 34-32 as we start the all-important fourth and final quarter. Trojans outscore the Lions in that third quarter 14-11. Sturgis on a take from the left side, drug that pivot foot. That's the first turnover in the quarter, 10th of the ball game on Newcastle. The Lions have 11 going into the fourth quarter. Rebounding, I've got the Lions out rebounding Newcastle 11-10. Left side, that is Connect with the basketball. Flannery, bounce pass to Gurley. Gurley into the paint, kicks it back out to Connect. Connect will give it to Zachary. Zachary directing traffic against this man-to-man defense. Mason Miller with the solid defense. We have played 1 minute of this fourth quarter. Neither team has scored yet. Flannery, a long two, no good, and a nice strong rebound by Nick Godby. Pass over to Ryan Sturgis, who really wasn't quite looking for that, and Miller had a lot on it. That is the second turnover in the quarter on the Trojans, 11th of the ball game. Sturgis has checked out, and I believe Bennett has made his way back in. Balanced scoring for Newcastle. No one is in double digits yet. And Adams is the game high leading scorer with 12 for Rushville. Right behind him is Clayton Chase with 9. Here's Zachary. Right baseline drive, throws it in the left corner to Flannery. Down low to Zy Adams, and Godby will come over the back, and he will commit his third foul, the team's first. Ryan Sturgis will check back in with 3 fouls, and checking out will be Mason Miller. Miller will get a quick breather. 6:24 to play in the ball game. Newcastle up 2, 34-32. We've played a minute and a half of this fourth quarter, and no one has scored yet. Oh, Adams got away with the walk, I think, and he will lose control of it. First turnover on Rushville, 12th of the ball game. They have really slowed down. They had 6 of their 12 turnovers in the opening quarter. 2 in the second, 3 in the third. Newcastle had 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and 2 here in the fourth. Melton between the legs dribble. Left wing to Bennett. Bennett guarded by Zachary. Will get a pick from Mendoza. Now Bennett will give it to Godby. Right side to Melton. Under the 6-minute mark we are with 5 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the ball game. Top of the key, Godby. And Bennett on the right wing almost loses it. Gets up without the walk. Very impressive there. Godby with the take from the right side. Miss it, get his own rebound, and he's fouled. Nice, strong rebound again by Nick Godby. How many times have you heard me say that this year? When he rebounds, it's using his strength. Goes up and draws the foul. Head coach Matt Luce is making sure he's okay and just saying, hey, Nick, let's go and knock down 2 free throws here. Godby is shooting 56%. He was 2 for 2 in the third quarter. Newcastle has yet to miss a free throw in this game. Currently, right now, they're 5 for 5 as a team. Here's Godby's first free throw. It is up, looks good, and off the mark, no good. He will have one more. Mason Miller now will return to the lineup, and Luke Mendoza will check out. Godby going for point number 35 for Newcastle, which would give them a 3-point lead. That is off the mark as well. So Newcastle goes 0 for 2 in that set, and they will finally miss their first free throws of the ball game. They are now 5 out of 7. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Flannery with the rock. He will throw it to the left wing area. Connects 3. Will connect on a trifecta. And the Lions recapture the lead, 35-34. We have hit the 5-minute mark of the ball game. Bennett to Godby, right wing. This is Mason Miller. Miller, all 6 of his points came in the second quarter, and that's been it. Here's a 3 look for Mason off the mark, and Connect has their 13th rebound. .435 left in the ball game. 1-point lead for Rushville on their home court. Right side, this is Zachary. Miller guarding Zachary out to Adams. Adams bounce pass to Flannery. He'll go up off the glass. Missed the shot. Godby with another rebound. That was a good scoring opportunity for Rushville. Just couldn't convert down low. As we approach the 4-minute mark left in the ball game, Trojans down 1. And there's the second 5-second call that Maddox Melton has had go against him. That's turnover number 3 in the quarter. 12 in the ball game for Newcastle. Each team with 12 turnovers. So they have really equaled out as far as turnovers in this ball game, and they're pretty close on free throws. I'll give you that stat. Newcastle's 5 out of 7. The Lions are 2, 4, 6 out of 7. 35-34. That's why this game is so close. Connect on a take. The outside official will call that foul. Nate Robinson, Robbie Miller right there with a good look, let it go. Nonetheless, that foul will be on Braylon Bennett. That is his third, the team's second here in the fourth quarter. Going to the line is Emmett Connect. He's a 70% free throw shooter. He will hit his first tonight. 7 out of 10 coming into tonight. Connect now has 8 points off the bench. He averages 4, so he's doubled up his average here tonight. It's a 2-point lead for the Lions. They'll come back and shoot a free throw after this timeout.
A career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory is going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Back we are inside the Lions Den here in Rushville, Indiana. Connect going to the line for his second free throw. He hit his first before the timeout. He's got 8 points and he'll stay at 8. He misses his second. Oh, Newcastle Mendoza's got the rebound. 14 for the Trojans. Down to our Newcastle with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the ball game. Mendoza left elbow out to Melton. Bennett now with the rock. He'll launch a 3 off the back of the rim, and Zachary's got the rebound, but he traveled. 13th turnover for Rushville. That's their second in the quarter. Ryan Sturgis will check in for the Trojans with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the ball game. Down 2. Melton will check out. So Bennett, Mendoza, Miller, Godby, and Sturgis out there for our Newcastle Trojans. Here's that play out of bounds. Sturgis will not take the 3. Sturgis almost had an opening lane there, gets cut off, and now Flannery with the armbar on Sturgis will get his second foul. And that is the team's second. Each team with 2 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. Lob into Godby on the right block. What a beautiful play. Godby with his second field goal of the ball game. Had one in the opening quarter with his 2 free throws now. He's got 6 points. Tied at 36. 36 apiece. Under the 3-minute mark we go. Zachary on a take from the right side. Kicks it out to Flannery. Now Adams has got it into the paint. Pump fake, left-handed scoop. No good. Mendoza with the 15th rebound. 2:30 left in the ball game. Head coach Matt Luce says, let's get set. Get everybody in the right position. He's got double stacks on the top of the key. Miller will use them. Go to the left wing. Bennett's 3. It's in and out. Zachary with the rebound. They're 15th. Each team with 15 rebounds. Tied in so many stats. That's why this is a 36-36 tie. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Who's going to operate the best in the final 2 minutes is going to win this ball game. Zachary with it. Top of the key area. 1:50 to play. Adams will take right to the hoop and score. He exploded to the right side of that lane. 2-point lead Lions, 38-36. 1 minute, 25 seconds left in the ball game. Bennett, right side, 3 is off the mark, and there's Nick Godby with the hustle play. Miller on a take, will go in and score. All by the hustle move of Godby, then Miller attacks from the left side. Tied at 38. 65 seconds left in the contest. And Kerry Brown says, let's talk it over. And Kerry wants a full timeout. We've got to take care of some of our great sponsors, like the good people at McDonald's. McDonald's wants to thank you, the Newcastle community, for your unwavering support during the road construction on Memorial Drive. We deeply appreciate your patience and loyalty. McDonald's could not be happier to be a part of this wonderful community. We are thrilled to cheer on the Newcastle Trojan student athletes, standing by your side as you aim for victory. Here's to a bright future together in Newcastle. Let's go, Trojans. Broad Street Motors can help you keep your vehicle running its best. Whenever those vehicle problems pop up, take it to the reliable and trusted Fix-It Pros. Broad Street Motors, located at 1556 Broad Street in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Broad Street Motors in Newcastle, where performance meets peace of mind. 765 388 2886. And finally, Duty Calls Plumbing. They're family owned and operated. If you need high quality and expert plumbing solutions, then simply call Duty Calls Plumbing, 490 Indiana Avenue in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana, 765 310 1333. Back to action. Ryan James said we had overtime in the NFL football game in Denver where the Broncos won by 3. Will we have overtime here? Let's hope not. Let's hope our Trojans just win it in regulation. Tied at 38. Almost a bad pass. Rushville gets it back. Down low to Zachary. He will kick it out. Flannery's 3. Off the mark. Mendoza, big time rebound. 17th of the ball game. And with now 30 seconds left in the contest, Newcastle can ice this thing and go for one. 25 seconds. Tied at 38. Miller looks over at head coach Matt Luce. 15 seconds. Miller. Pull up 3. Yeah, Money Miller. Mason Money Miller hits the 3. And the Trojans are up 3. 41 to 38. 10.3 seconds left in the ball game. Mason was feeling it. Mason wanted it. And Mason delivered it. 41-38. Big time shot from a big time performer, Mason Miller. Now, Trojans are up 41-38. Kerry Brown and his Rushville Lions need a very, very quick 2, or just go ahead and take some 3 looks. Now, will Matt Luce let them get a 3 off? A lot of people will go ahead and foul. Newcastle has 2. They can foul several times before you, so you can foul and run some clock off. And I'm sure that's what Matt Luce is telling him. But you just got to be careful that you don't foul him in the act of shooting, especially from 3. So let's see how the Trojans defend this. You're up 3. You got a couple fouls you can give to help run some clock off. They put, now it's 11.2 seconds left. They added about another second. Kerry Brown, let's see what he's going to do offensively. Here comes Zachary with it. Across the timeline. To the right side. Top of the key, it's Flannery with 4. And he will launch a 3. That's going to be well off. And the Newcastle Trojans will win this game 41-38. I didn't understand what the Lions were doing there out of that timeout, to be honest. I think the whole thing just broke down, and I'm glad that it did. So the Newcastle Trojans get back to winning basketball tonight on the road and get their 6th win of the season. The Rushville Lions will drop this game tonight on their home court. They'll have a 6-7 record after tonight. The next game for the Lions will be January the 21st at Centerville. What a win on the road, 41-38 for our Newcastle Trojans. They really pulled off a nice road win here, and Mason Miller, 5 points in the quarter. That three ball was huge. He'll finish with 11 for the game to once again lead Newcastle in scoring. 41-38. We'll take our end of the game break and come back with our post-game show. You have been listening to Newcastle Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Type in NC Trojans Report. Back with our post-game show after this and many commercial messages.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees, millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org. Get on board.
The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board.
moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. I love you always, Mom. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
We are back for our victorious post-game show here as the Newcastle Trojans win a thriller on the road tonight, 41-38. We're hoping that Matt Luce will come out and join us again in the post-game show. We'll see if that can happen, but we'll go ahead and look at some final game stats. Mr. Ryan James, thank you, sir, for swinging the camera around to this handsome face. So glad to have you again on board with us on our NC Trojans report via the YouTube stream that you're watching now. The Trojans win tonight, 41-38 in a thriller after having a tough Hoosier Heritage Conference loss last night on the road, 59-50 at Greenfield. They come back in clutch moments and perform, and especially the 6'1 senior, Matt Luce, expects him to do some leadership things out there, and boy, did he down the stretch. Mason Miller with a big trifecta off the left wing. He wanted that shot. You could see in his eyes he wanted it. He took it, and more importantly, he made it. He will lead Newcastle in scoring once again with 11 points, about 5 below his average. Braylon Bennett had 5 points. Melton, back in the starting rotation, hit a couple 3 balls tonight. He'll finish with 8 points. Nick Godby, what a performance again by that sophomore. Just continues to do all those little things that help you get wins, especially getting on the boards. I don't know how I don't keep rebounds, but I'm going to just, my eye test would say he was 7 or 8 rebounds tonight with his 6 points. Ryan Sturgis had 6 points, and Luke Mendoza, another sensational sophomore, he'll finish with 5 points and a lot of good defense and hustle plays for Luke Mendoza. The Trojans went to the line only 7 times tonight. They knocked down 5 of them, and they had 12 turnovers tonight and 17 rebounds. So those were the stats for the Newcastle Trojans. For the Lions of Rushville, Zy Adams, who leads them in scoring around 11 points a ball game, he'll finish with 14 points. Clayton Chase had 9 points. Owen Zachary had 7, and Emmett Connect had 8 points. The Lions went to the line 9 times tonight. They knocked down 7 of them. The Lions committed 13 turnovers. Almost half of those were in the opening quarter. After that, they settled down for the most part by not having that many more turnovers in a quarter. But they finished with 13, and they had 15 rebounds. So that all-important final stat, Trojans 41, the Lions 38. Newcastle gets their 6th win on the season to 7 losses now, and Matt Luce gets career victory number 391 in those 24 years of coaching to 166 losses. Kerry Brown, in his 25 years of coaching, 326 career victories, but he gets career loss 264 tonight. And here in his 9 years at Rushville, he has 84 wins and now 115 losses, including tonight's. Again, the Rushville Lions will be back in action January 21st at Centerville, and Newcastle will be back in action This Friday, we have another girls and boys varsity doubleheader. The Newcastle Trojans will be hosting the Yorktown Tigers. The Pacers are in Detroit, and it's halftime now. Pistons are all over the Pacers tonight, folks. 59 to 25. Let's see if we can pull up some of the second game in the NFL. Again, earlier today, the Denver Broncos on their home field, it went overtime against the Buffalo Bills. I knew it was going to be a thriller. I recorded that game, so I'll be able to go home and watch that fantastic finish. But the Broncos will get the victory 33 to 30 in overtime. So now the 49ers and the Seahawks are already in the midst of it. And with about a minute to play in the opening quarter, the Seahawks have opened up a 17 to nothing lead over the 49ers. So San Fran in some trouble early, trailing 17 to nothing. Tomorrow you'll see the Texans at the Patriots at 3 o'clock. And then the second game tomorrow will be the Rams at the Chicago Bears. Let's go, Bears! Find a way to beat Matthew Stafford and advance to the NFC Championship game. It's going to be a tough challenge, but it's in Chicago, and let's hope the Bears get it done. And then now let's see if I can go while we'll wait a few more minutes, see if Coach Luce will make it out here for our post-game show. Again, earlier today, the Purdue Boilermakers won. Number 5 in the nation, Purdue is 69 to 64. The number 1 team in the nation, Arizona, will stay number 1. They beat UCF 84 to 77. A few upsets, like number 14, University of North Carolina, losing to California 84 to 78. Another slight upset, number 21, Georgia beats number 17, Arkansas 90 to 76. Michigan, number 4 in the nation, wins 81-71. Number 23, Utah loses to Grand Canyon. There's another upset, 84-74. Clemson will win by 10. They're number 22 in the nation over Miami, 69 to 59. Let's hope that's a growing thing for Miami teams to be losing, because we got IU in Miami for the national championship this Monday. I called this upset last night to Ryan James. Number 19, Florida, 98. Number 10, Vanderbilt, 94. I'm telling you, that Florida team is really solid. They got a good coach as well. Here's probably the biggest upset in college basketball. Cincinnati, on their home court, will upset number 2, Iowa State, 79 to 70. Huge win for Cincinnati. Number 18, Alabama will win by 2, 83 to 81 over Oklahoma. UConn had a scare. They're number 3 in the nation, 64-62 over Georgetown, but UConn does pull out the victory. Also an upset, Kentucky will beat number 24, Tennessee, 80 to 78. It was number 16, Virginia, 72, SMU, 68. Seton Hall will lose to Butler. Seton Hall is number 25 in the nation. Butler unranked, 77-66. Butler with that upset win. Number 13, Illinois will hang on by 10 over Minnesota, 77 to 67. And then at halftime, it's 32-31. Number 11, BYU trailing number 15, Texas Tech at the half. And later on tonight at 10 o'clock, number 9, Gonzaga will take on Seattle. So again, our final score here is the Newcastle Trojans getting their 6th win on the season, 41 to 38. We'll take one more final timeout, and we'll see if head coach Matt Luce joins us in our post-game show. If not, we'll wrap things up. So timeout, back to wrap things up in our post-game show from Rushville right after
More than
this.
X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
And we are back for a final time. It does not look like we're going to get head coach Matt Luce to join us in our post-game show, so we'll wrap things up. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James, just want to remind you, we will have another girls and boys varsity doubleheader night. This Friday night will be the next broadcast for our great team. It will be the Yorktown Tigers coming to Newcastle, Indiana to take on our Lady Trojans, and our men Trojans will start our pregame show roughly about 5:40. Tip-off for the girls game will be 6 o'clock this Friday night, and immediately following the girls game, it will be the boys' turn for the girls-boys varsity doubleheader. So this Friday night, Yorktown will make the trip to Newcastle, Indiana to take on our Trojans. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's go, Indiana Hoosiers. This Monday night, the national championship game. IU taking on the Miami Hurricanes for the right to say they have the best college football team in all of the world. Until Friday night, we'll see you then, folks.